Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Excited you're with me as we're having some fun today. And today we're going to talk about reading PDFs and specifically academic journals on the Max Lumi, reMarkable 2, Papyr, and the Quaderno, and how they kind of look. And so you can take a look at the journals or at the device and say, is this something that I want to use? Now, in full disclosure, I don't study a lot of academic journals. I read like crazy. Typically my reading is done on the Kobo device. So I'm doing this really for you to kind of take a look at this, but it's something that I'm not into every day. So this is going to be like real use. I did figure out how to get the PDFs on the devices. That's actually a really easy part. The part next is just to kind of give you a look at each device, and maybe you can decide, is this something I want to use for my studying, or is this something I want to use as I study an academic journal? So let's look at it. Let's go ahead and go into it. The first device that we're going to go into is the Onyx BOOX Max Lumi, or the Onyx BOOX Lumi. And as we can see here, I'm in the device, and basically this is a PDF. Now the thing that they have over the competitors is they actually have a light. So you can kind of see it here. I can make this light darker so it's a little bit, not so bluish. I can turn the light up a little bit and control the light, and I have a couple controls here to work the different features of this backlight. So at night, that's actually a good kind of quality thing to have. They also have a split screen where you can split screen this and use notes on the side. This and the Quaderno have that. The Papyr is actually coming with that soon. Now, as we look at it, you can see the PDF comes in. Now, one of the disadvantages, if we want to zoom in, let me go ahead and go to another page. I'm using this toolbar up here to go to the next page. You can also slide it over. Now, there's some mathematical equations, and I'm going to show this on both devices, or all four devices. But if we want to zoom in on that, then what we got to do is click the zoom button, right? So then you can kind of zoom in, and then let's say we want to make some notes. We can make some notes here by obviously changing the pen type that we want. That's a marker pen. Let's go ahead and go, let's go with this pen. Let's make it a little bigger, and let's put a note on here. And we can kind of see that here's a note. This is what I want to do. And we can continue to read. They also have a contextual menu here, which can do some things on the right that this device allows you to do a lot of different things. But overall, the reading is what we're looking at here and trying to figure out, does this reading work for me, and will this work? So again, my only issue is the zoom has got to be done here. And then if you want to zoom in, you click this button to continue to zoom in. And it doesn't have a lot of functionality. You can move it around a little bit, but it does work. But as a reader of academic papers, I will always say that this device, this tablet, is actually a very good device as far as for reading purposes, especially since it's got the front light. And as a couple subscribers said, the front light is really good for your ability to read because it's better on your eyes, and that way you at least have a light here, so at night if you want to read it. But I just want to show you, this is an academic journal. You can kind of see how it looks, and you can see that is the Onyx Max Lumi, and that is a journal and the way it works in there. So we're going to go ahead and shut that case. We'll now move that over, and we're going to grab the reMarkable 2 because a lot of people have interest in this. Now this device is the same as the reMarkable. So you're going to, obviously updated hardware. So as you can see, and if I put it next, let's go ahead and just put it next to the BOOX Max, and we'll do some comparisons here. You can see, and I'll go to the same page, you can see the size difference already, right? So let's go ahead and go to page 4, and we'll go over here to what this model is. And there we are again with the same page. So you can kind of see, and I'm going to make the same note. So we're on this second reader, and you can read on a reMarkable. It's actually okay to read. I don't mind it. It's just, again, a little challenging. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in, and there we go, zoom in, and I can move the document around then here to kind of, up here, I'm sorry, I got to use this area, and I can move it around. So I'm going to move it over here, back to this area. It's at 200% right now, and now we're at that same area. Now I'm going to take it down a little bit. Let's see if I can take it down just to 150. And again, so there's not like a pinch zoom. We're actually just working with it. And let me see if we can't pinch zoom, see? Same thing on these devices, no pinch zoom. On the others we can. But you can kind of see, then we can do our notes. Okay, so let's go ahead and click a fine liner. And then the same note here, I can write and put it there. And so you can kind of see, I can zoom in. So it's not bad. It's actually, if you look at the difference in the fonts, they're very similar. It's just there's no front light on the reMarkable 2. You can read journals on it. You just got to use these kind of these side things, which is very similar for reading. So you can kind of see how those two look side by side when you're reading. This is really hard for me to see, so I have to magnify it. This actually I can read pretty good at this point, even without my glasses. This actually works pretty good. So those are a couple of the new devices. Those are the first PDFs I've ever put on. You can do a split screen, again, with this device. I'm sorry, so if I come into, I believe if I pull this down, I can go into split screen. And one of the benefits of that is you can actually, now it's almost the same size as the, okay, we're gonna click this. We're gonna add a notebook here. Now you can see this is kind of cool. It's almost the same size as the reMarkable 2, and you can start taking notes on this side of the device. I always think split screen is really handy, and it's good for people that are looking to study and do things. And again, let me see if I pull this out. This is the first time I've used this as this. We can work within this document. I was trying to see if there's a pinch zoom or how we zoom this document. I know there's a way. We lost a little functionality there, but okay, here we go. Let's see, can we zoom? Format the font a little bit. Let's see, margin, crop, zoom, there we go. So if we zoom it in a little bit there, so we can actually do that down below, which is nice. So that split screen feature is nice, and you can kind of see it looks about the same, and then I can be writing notes on this side for things that I want to do. So I do like the Onyx products for this type of research and study. It does work real well, okay? So let me see if I can get out of split screen real quick. I'm not sure how to do that because, like I said, I've only had this device for a week, but I want to show you, there's a dictionary. Let's see, let's go. Let's see if we get out of split screen. What does this do? That goes back. That's the back button, that works. And let's see, I don't know if I can get out, but a lot of my videos, I do them exactly the way that I'm doing this at the same time. Let me see if I pull this down. There we go. Okay, so if I take this, let me see if I do this. Let's see, position, exit split screen. That's sweet, okay. So I do a lot of stuff in real time. That way you can kind of see me learning at the same time. You see how easy it is? And the more intuitive the tablets are, the better. So the Onyx is a great product for study. Okay, let's move these two out of the way. And let's go ahead and bring in the Sony kind of devices and take a look at them. First one up is the Papyr. Let's go ahead and turn it on. Here is the Papyr device. Now, I personally like these Sony devices for reading. I think they come in pretty good. Here we go. Let's go ahead to the same page 4. You can see that the contrast is a little bit better on the Quaderno. Oh, I got to go here with the Papyr. You start using these devices so much, it gets crazy. By the way, they're taking that loading off, they have told me. So you can see they're very similar. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Lumi too real quick so you can take a look. We'll put that in here. Very similar, these 13.3 inch devices, right? And then the reMarkable, you can kind of see the reMarkable 2. Okay, a little small, but it works. Okay, but the cool thing about these devices is you have pinch to zoom, right? So, and you can move things around on the canvas here. So that's kind of cool. Double tap back. With this device, I got to spread the fingers out and we are good. So this has an unlimited canvas, which is really cool. Same thing here, you can expand the device. I think the contrast is a little better on here. I think you can see that. But you can see that both devices work similar. I can use the same stylus on both. I actually do like this stylus. Let's make the same note here on both of these so you can kind of see that note. The pin is set up a little bit different. That's why it's a little thicker. With these devices, they do have a second button highlight. The highlighter on the Papyr is not set up to go with the writing, but there's a reason for that because it works on everything. Where the Quaderno only works on the PDFs itself. The highlighter does not work the pin function on other documents, just FYI. So you can kind of see how they look. You can kind of see, you know, the look of all of them. And again, I can bring them all in and you can kind of see. So this is for those of you that are looking to do research, right? There's the 3. You can kind of see, I think it's pretty much in, yeah, it's in focus. And then I can bring the reMarkable 2 in. So you can kind of take a look at all of them as used as a PDF reader. Which one would you prefer? So I would like to hear in the comments, which device would you utilize more? And I think for people that are using academic journals, I think the 13.3 devices, the bigger devices, actually work a little bit better. But again, what's your opinion? Now that you've seen these three, you can kind of see what they look like. Obviously, there's additional functionality, but I told you it's going to be a quick video just to kind of give you a breadth of looking at these things side by side so that you can kind of take a look and say, hey, okay, I see that would work better for me. Again, the one difference, I think the contrast, okay, look at the contrast. I think the best contrast is a reMarkable 2. Then I think it would probably go second and third is Quaderno. And I like the look of the paper. It's just a little bit darker. And remember, the Max Lumi has the ability to front light, which gives it an advantage. You can actually change that color a little bit. But the reMarkable 2 looks great. I think it does look good. It's just smaller. So that's a form factor you're going to have to figure out. But again, you can kind of see the difference here between all of them now. And that way you can kind of pick and choose kind of which device you like. So let me know which device is on your mind. Put it in the comments. If you got any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. We're going to keep bringing you different ideas and thoughts with these devices and having some fun, right? Doing videos almost every day. So if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, that alert bell to get those videos, that would be awesome. But I want you to go have a great day, and I hope that helped you, and at least being to see them side by side in the way these devices actually look if you're looking for a PDF, specifically a PDF journal reader for your studies. And again, real quick, Quaderno and Lumi have split screen. The paper is coming in an update soon, they have told me. All right? So go have a great day as always. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and do it to it. All right. Thanks, guys. Go have a great one.